Hey, welcome to Free Legal Information Friday. It's Duncan here at White, Macgillivray, Leicester in Thunder Bay. I'm going to find someone and ask them a question. Oh, who do I have? It's Peter White.
I just happen to be sitting here waiting for something to do.
Just standing on the top of the staircase by this fence gate from the bank. Interesting.
How are you today?
I'm great.
Wonderful.
So I'm going to ask you, what should a person do after a car accident?
Good question. There are a number of things you should do. First thing, of course, is get medical attention if you need it. And sometimes injuries don't set in an instantaneous fashion, so you might consider declining that ride to the hospital, but in many cases it's better to have actually accepted the ride and a medical trail is made of, a paper trail is made of your medical needs right from the get-go. And it may be that they refer you on to some further level of treatment, physiotherapy, or go and see your GP, and then you can follow up on that.
So take care of your injuries first, and then what else should you do?
Well, once you're stable enough medically, either you or somebody on your behalf should contact your insurance company right away. And there will be two aspects of doing so. The first is if there's been any property damage to your vehicle, you're going to want to report that. The insurance company will open a claim, and they will deal with that in two separate prongs. The first being the property damage to your vehicle, and you'll deal with an adjuster on that front to get your vehicle repaired, possibly get a rental vehicle if you've got that coverage on your policy. And then secondly, if you have sustained injuries in the accident, the insurer will put a second adjuster on it to deal with your bodily injuries. And what that will involve primarily is giving them the details of the accident, and they will provide to you an application form for what we call accident benefits, which are paid for through your own policy, regardless of who's at fault in the accident. So don't worry whether you've got somebody else who caused the accident. If you drove off the road yourself or hit a moose, it doesn't matter. You should still contact your insurer and let them know about your injuries.
Perfect. So they're going to send you a big, long, complicated package.
And that's where we come in. You should then call your lawyer. And you may not know, again, the extent of your injuries in the immediate phase following the accident. So it makes good sense to contact the lawyer regardless. We're happy to talk to people at our firm on a free consult basis, give you advice about how things play out and what you might want to do. Absolutely, you can go down the wrong path. The insurer is got certain obligations it has to comply with in responding to your claim, and that's part of our job, making sure that they do that.
Perfect. So, to summarize, get medical attention, contact your insurance company, and call a personal injury lawyer.
Yep, a couple other things I can add to that as well. This is a more ongoing sort of obligation, but you should consider starting right from the get-go. One is keep a diary of what's happening for you on a daily basis. It's important that you record them daily so you don't try and recreate things after the fact. You can write down both your objective experiences and appointments you have to go to, things like that, but also your subjective experience of the injuries and activities they're preventing you from doing. Any sort of evidence that happened or that might impact the accident, you should hang on to that. And you should also keep receipts for any expenses that you have. If you have to go and rent a wheelchair from your local drug mart, then certainly keep all receipts. And lastly, you should be very careful about anything that you post on social media. You should refrain from posting anything to do with the accident on any kind of social media. Might seem innocent to you, but may not be in the fullness of time.
Peter hates social media, right?
I love social media. My favorite thing.
All right, Peter, this is going on social media right after this. Have a good weekend. Later, everybody. This has been Free Legal Information Friday. We'll see you next week.